start, I want to mention, I know a lot of you are aware of this, the effort for Ed Lacerte, legendary Celtics trainer, had just gotten the job here at the end of my stint with the Celtics as a player, so I got to know him and have known him for years because of our relationship with the NBA Trainers Association. But as many of you know, he's fighting for his life. He has aggressive leukemia, and there's an effort right now to find a stem cell match. Celtics organizations involved. NBA Trainers Association is heavily involved. We have pins that we're wearing. I know the Celtics are wearing shooting shirts. During a game later in the season, we will be wearing shooting shirts. I think that say Lacerte on the back, which is pretty cool. And so the details are to register. You need to be between ages 18 and 35. It's a simple 20-second cheek swab to find a match. It can be done at home. And donating is as simple as giving blood. My understanding is that he has a bit of a rare blood type, and so the search is a bit more challenging than perhaps other cases. But for more details, go to Celtics social media, and you can find out more. But this is a great man. He was also the trainer for USA Basketball, I think on one or more occasions. He served his country. He served this city, this organization. And it's a difficult struggle right now. So anything any of us can do to help bring awareness, we would like to do.
Rick, obviously saw Cam and Taylor are back with the team after the time in Orlando with the show with the Boom. What did you like about what each of those guys were able to do, and how important is it to get Cam, I guess, an opportunity to get on the floor with you guys?
Yeah, this is, we had decided to get them here yesterday evening instead of having them play last night and try to jump on a flight this morning. TJ's situation certainly plays into that a little bit. TJ's out tonight. Not sure what his status will be for tomorrow, but we're hoping he's going to be okay. Yeah, Cam's had I think 2 games with the Boom and done well. He's gone from a first half shutdown in the first game. I think he played in the second half, second game. Played well. Has been a significant plus on the floor for them. And so, now will be the second time he's putting our uniform on. He was dressed in Philly a couple weeks ago, but was not going to play in that game. That was just an opportunity for him to get dressed, be live and, warming up with the team in an NBA environment. So, as we get into the game tonight, we'll see what's what.
Since you mentioned TJ, is there any reason to think that that's any kind of longer-term issue, or is that just kind of a couple days sort of thing? I know he's listed with soreness.
Hoping for the best.
And just last thing, just what's impressed you about this Boston team? Certainly they've had a lot of turnover, certainly the Tatum injury. What's impressed you about how they've operated this year?
Yeah, they've been on a roll recently, and their win in Toronto a couple of nights ago was particularly impressive, without Brown, and they had other guys filling in, and they just had a surgical approach to the whole thing. Their shooting was really on point. Their role players stepped up in a big way, and that's a hard place to play on the road and win. And Toronto's very, very good this year. So, but anyway, this place is always difficult to play. They've adjusted well to the changes that have been made, and they're a high-level team.
Coach, Derek White's a very unique defender. He roams around a lot, the shot blocking, the rim protection as a guard. What are the challenges of game planning against a guy who is so non-traditional? Usually rim protectors are 7 feet tall. You can see him coming, but what are the challenges of going up against Derek White defensively in particular?
Well, the ones you mentioned. He's got a knack. He's got a sixth sense. You mentioned the shot blocking. It's unique. he also has a great knack for creating steals for their team, but doing it within their defensive system. You know, guys that get a lot of steals, but just gamble willy-nilly, and when they miss, it's, you know, a horrific situation for their team. That's not what he does. He does it within their system, and that's another thing that makes him, you know, such a winning player. So, you know, he's certainly one of the most underrated players in recent years. If you look at his contributions, not only here but with San Antonio, I saw him a lot when he was a younger player, and he always seems to adjust his game to whatever the circumstances of his particular team roster is that year.
Rick, I don't want to jinx anything, but you're 1 win shy of 1,000 for your career as a coach. When you get there, what will that mean? Will it mean anything to you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm always preaching to the players process, and so we got to, you know, wins have been hard to come by. There's no point in putting the chicken before the egg, or whatever the order is. So I'm not thinking about that. We need to get this team better each day, by coaching them hard in the right way, and with daily improvement, and you know, whatever happens will happen when it's supposed to happen.
Rick, you're the president of the Coach Association. What will it take to get Casey Jones into the Hall of Fame as a coach?
Yeah, great question, and a guy that's obviously very, very deserving. What's his win total? Six something with 2 championships. Yeah, I would think he's got to be right there on the list. And I guess now might be a good time to announce. I decided about a year ago that this would be my last year as president. This is my 20th year, so my term will end at the end of this month, December. And we've held our elections, and the membership has made a phenomenally great choice to succeed me, and that's going to be J.B. Bickerstaff, the coach of the Pistons. And JB is not only a trusted friend of mine and many, many coaches. He's a guy who's proven to be a great leader in every place that he's been. He's had to take over difficult situations in his career, interim coaching positions, et cetera, et cetera. The job he did in Cleveland, taking that team from lottery to winning in the playoffs, was phenomenal. The job he's done in Detroit the last year and a half speaks for itself. He's a great leader. He's a passionate guy for coaches. His dad, Bernie, was a very underrated coach, and one of the first African American presidents of an NBA organization. And so, you know, we're behind the scenes trying to help Bernie be recognized by the Hall of Fame as a contributor. There are so many ways that he has influenced the game, both from the managerial side, the coaching side, and then, you know, the silent mentorship that has gone on for decades with a guy like him, and his lessons have rubbed off very well on his son JB. So I congratulate JB. This is it'll be a life-changing experience for him. It has been for me for two decades. Very blessed, and have been blessed to work with great people. Michael Goldberg was our original executive director, and then his successor, David Fogel, and Karen Marrero has been there for a long time. So congratulations to JB and the Coaches Association. This will be a great path forward.
Is there, with NBA coaches, is it harder, like Dick Mott, Bill Fitch, there was a lot of guys who had to wait really long to get in to the Hall of Fame, where college coaches, the scale seems to be a little bit different. Is it more difficult, do you sense, for NBA coaches who don't have 8 championships to get into Naismith, get into Springfield?
Well, that has changed some in recent years. There were a lot of very important conversations with the Hall, with Jerry Colangelo, and a lot of progress has been made. And so you're seeing an NBA coach go in almost every year, and that was not the case for a long time. And look, the difference between the college thing and the NBA thing, I believe, is a thing of the past. I believe the Hall now has it right. Guys like Mata, guys like Casey Jones, who are right there, are going to have a chance. And so it's important that gentlemen like you, people in your positions, continue to get the word out too. Very important.
Rick, what's the challenge, the process been for Tyrese, James, Isaiah coming back from the Achilles this year, and how has it helped for them to be able to lean on each other through that?
Yeah, I mean, we've got those two guys. James Wiseman, who's back with us, went through that last year as well. And so I think it'd be a better question to ask those guys themselves, but there certainly is an internal source to talk about some of the experiences, some of the certainly major challenges that go into it. All three are doing extremely well. Wiseman the other night came in, off of a flight the previous night. We essentially worked him out in the morning of a game, signed him at like 1 in the afternoon, and then he ended up playing 12 or 14 minutes in the game and did a good job. Isaiah Jackson continues to make more and more progress. The technology and the medical know-how now and all the rehab techniques and all the different ways that enhance an athlete's ability to come back from an injury like that are phenomenal. I had 2 guys in Dallas that went through Achilles situations. J.J. Barea did in his early 30s, and Dwight Powell did in his mid to late 20s, and both those guys made full recoveries. And so it's been phenomenal what's been able to happen. And time goes quickly, and I know Jason Tatum is ahead of schedule too, and that's important, because guys like Tatum and Haliburton, these guys are the torch carriers for this league, as we move on into the future.